Alright guys, so a lot of y'all came up to me and said, man, why are we falling in price? What's going on? Should I sell now and leave the boat? Let me explain to you guys what's going on in this video, but also make sure you press the like button, subscribe, and comment something down below, as we're still giving away 100 XRP the first time that we hit 1,000 likes in 24 hours. And look at this, guys. Prices are going pretty damn crazy for XRP once more, but this time it is not that positive, or at least that may seem like that for you. And there's two things I have to add that are very, very important. One is the zone, which you're seeing right here, bright in purple. And one of the very clear and interesting things of that is how we got into there and rejected there twice. So one even had its outlier all the way at 78.9 cents, but the other two times it just hit there and fell back down. You can see it once and twice. So the most likely scenario that I was already kind of warning people of a little bit earlier today was that we would see something like this, all right? We would see the price fall towards the nearest support before it will either retest again or trade around this support for a little bit and maybe fall to the next either fib level or next support, or of course just test it once more and then hopefully maybe test another resistance right there. Again, we can't really tell for sure which of these scenarios is going to unfold, but that's the way that things move, right? And I've actually tried to put an MFI here at the bottom as well to see if there's anything relevant we can take there. But when I was checking that, the only thing I kind of got confirmed was that right here, following the analyst that we were talking about earlier, he said if MFI is going back down and looking to go into the 80 zone to 20, you got to sell, which is not just quite yet, but maybe right around the corner. And then once it's below 20 and going into it, you have to buy. Well, right now it's just above 80, and he's saying you should buy or sell right now and then buy back a lot cheaper. But that's, again, if you want to take that risk, but that's something we talked about earlier in our small little TA session. However, funny is that this looks like a whole lot, right? But check this out. So that candle specifically here went up about 40% or so. And again, this is the day. And if you take a look at how far we've gone down here, that is about 18% or so, still not even getting close to the move that we made yesterday. However, if this candle gets to engulfing, so really taking over this whole candle as a red bar, so closing it off below 61 cents or so, that's when I would think about selling it off, because then we would have a clear reversal trend going on with an engulfing bearish candle, which would not be that positive. However, I mean, if you take a look at the weekly here, everything is still looking perfect. Everything is still looking splendid. And from that perspective, I mean, there's a good chance that right now is just some correction, some small one, but not too much going on, as it is also going to depend how far into the bull run you think we are. If you think we're right here of the bull run, where we're going to fall back down a little bit only to gain way more in a couple of weeks or months, yeah, then I guess this is a little bit more of a problem than if you think we're here, where next week will just be gains, week afterwards would just be gains, and week after that would just be gains, as the first time it breached at 0.236 fib, it just kept skyrocketing, and right now, we're not even close to that one just quite yet, so maybe. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot to say as of this point. There's a lot of different things we can kind of quote or talk about, but ultimately here, it is just kind of a battle of what you assume to be the truth. You know, what do you think is going to go on? I can't really tell. There's a multitude of things here that could be happening, and I'm just thinking longer term we're fine, so it doesn't matter. But if we're checking VeChain here, for example, it just tested the 0.786 level here. And what else did I actually have to go a little bit lower into maybe like a 4 hour. You can see we just tested this briefly, and of course we got rejected, so we're falling back down now. But how far are we going to go down? Well, I'm assuming we might go back to this support here at about 14.7 or 0.147, but that's also because I don't have too much information about the chart. I guess one of the things we could do is put this support in here, for example, and maybe talk about that one for a little bit. However, with VeChain, I'm quite certain that this is just the start of bigger moves as well. So the only thing we're thinking about here is maybe getting ourselves a better entry, but it's all short term as we breached with such determination. Volume, I think is mediocre. It's not that heavy. It's not that crazy like we saw back here. So it's not like we're, having any crazy determined moves as of this point. But we breached out there with such determination, fell back down for just a little bit. I'm assuming that this is all just a little bit, and now we're going to be going up higher. As I said before, with VeChain, it's a little bit harder to analyze perfectly because we got such early resistance. With Bitcoin, XRP, and stuff like that, specifically XRP and XLM, it's been way longer since we saw these levels, so it's easier to cross them since they're so old that a lot of bears have already given up and have gotten rid of their targets. On the contrary, in this case here, a lot more people are not satisfied in this region than they are with XRP. To give you guys a concrete example, for example, if we go here with XRP, almost everybody right now is in profit that has kind of bought for the last couple of years upon years. And with VeChain, people who bought last month or 2 months ago, 3 months ago, they still might be in losses, so they have less incentive to sell than they got with XRP or something like that, where they are surely in profit. Also, quite cool to see we are really getting close. Let me actually quickly draw the Fibonacci a little bit better on the 4 hour to see it more perfectly. Yeah, I mean, we crossed that. It was a clear resistance. Actually, pretty damn clear how that acted before. We crossed that. We got rejected, though, so we're falling back down. Most likely a retest very soon for VeChain here. That's what I'm expecting. XLM, it's still looking like a pretty crazy chart. We would have assumed it was going to go all the way to about 25, either psychologically, which it almost did, but not really, or all the way to 28.5, since that was our next point of interest. But as I've said before, the same thing kind of applies with XRP. Many are right now in profit, so it's a lot easier for them to sell it off right now, as it's been over a year or over 1.5 years since we ever came to levels like this. Let's see here. No, it was actually 2 years ago since we ever saw levels like this. So it's very likely that people are taking profit right now because they have maybe tripled their money or something like that. If we want to quickly sketch that, it's about 800% or so since March 2020. So yeah, I don't think it's that strange if people have sold something off right now, because those are some huge margins if you're asking me. Huge. Now, that is not everything we want to talk about today. There was also Brad Garlinghouse and the comment section, because guys, my comment section is filled with scams and I don't like it at all. I'm never going to give you guys financial advice in that comment section, and if there is not a dark bar around my name, you can bet your ass it is not going to be me. Alright, keep that in the back of your head. It's not going to be me, so make sure you watch out for that. Brad has also said it here. As always, with crypto rallies come the scam artists, with new fake giveaways on social media platforms. Why is it taking the platform so long to take action? For example, hackers took down some channel to impersonate him, and it took over 24 hours later and multiple complaints, and the channel is still not gone. The longer these fakes stay up, the more people get scammed, and yeah, it's the truth. All right, a lot of accounts get hacked now and then. I shouldn't even say now and then, all the time, and it's just very annoying. It's just very cumbersome, very annoying, and I don't know how you can fix it really. I don't know if these guys don't have 2FA or if the 2FA gets bypassed or whatever happens, but I'm thinking they were pressing some sort of links of scammers, which I don't really enjoy, but whatever giveaways are going on, if it's more than 1,000 XRP, you bet your ass it's a scam. It's easier to see at, like, for example, 50,000, 100,000, 1 million, 5 million, 10 million. Those are obviously scams. If somebody's giving you like maybe 500 XRP, it could be real, right? It could be just somebody having some thought and giving it away. It's not necessarily fake. But if it's too good to be true, it most likely is. And for example, on the channel here, it is just kind of a reward. If we get a video that does so well that we get 1,000 likes, I think it's just a reward from me to you to give you guys 100 XRP as a cool kind of give back type of thing, right? I think that's very cool on my end, and I don't lie about them. Some people claimed it. I don't lie about them. If we hit it, we give it away like always. But, there's always an action and reaction. I asked you guys to press the like button and subscribe and comment something. And that's kind of the reward then for doing all of that, for engaging with me. If there's no incentive, if they're asking you to send you money, or if they're just saying, hey, we're giving this away, all you have to do is give us your address, or something kind of sketchy like that, which kind of sounds strange with no incentive at all, or asking you for an entry money fee first, it's a scam 100% of the time. So just be careful. Don't let yourself get scammed. Watch carefully. I can't rule the whole comment section, all right? We get like 1,000 comments a day, and out of that, I get so many scam comments. It's like maybe 10%. I've spent hours upon hours today trying to come up with ways to fix it. I've sat here for almost 2 hours deleting them manually, but there's a couple of guys using my name. There's a ton of people who go for these Telegram or WhatsApp scams, but a lot of them go on the way of, hey, I know a trader, he's very good, here's his WhatsApp number, send him a message. And eventually they'll just ask you to send them money, either for consulting fees or just so they can trade your money. With sometimes the idea that they're a very important person, and some other ones are you sent them money and they'll send you 10 times as much money back. Both are stupid and dumb, but people fall for them, so I'm telling you guys once more. Then, I sometimes forget to cover why I've been holding XRP and why I'm always pretty nice in the flesh, all right? A good chunk of it is because I think the Ripple plan and the stuff they're building with, for example, the Internet of Value, actually has a very good purpose and will go further. I would not invest in a crypto if I don't see the longevity, or if I don't think the short term can also benefit us at all. With XRP, even though it's sometimes a bet for if we're going to go down in the very short term or if we're going to keep continuing on, because that's always the case, and I mean right now we're falling like crazy, I don't really mind because I put my buy orders in already. I'm thinking about buying more, and if we really go down again quite far, it also wouldn't really hurt me or wouldn't really shock me, because in my belief, I can just keep buying more and profit off of it on a longer term, right? We'll just catch the way back up again, get my average price either lower, I mean that's right now not possible, but at least get myself some good entries and kind of multiply and get another chance to buy some cheap XRP. Right now we are at one of the most important parts here at 69 cents on a couple of charts. On this one, I think we are at 63, so actually we've already crossed there a little bit. Where are we right now? 63 cents, we are right here. Yeah, we got rejected at 69. I guess today, or at least we turned back over. We actually got rejected there yesterday. These were two pivotal levels. I told you guys 59 and 69 cents with always the behind that. Again, the zone here, which is quite obvious, which we entered into, but couldn't really stay in, couldn't really pass by. We were overwhelmed by the bears, and now we're falling back down. Right now, we're hitting the support here with some heavy pace, by the way. We're going down pretty damn hard. And yeah, it's still going to be determined by our next couple of moves. I'm thinking a push all the way towards the zone here at about 54 cents or so. If we do fall below this support here, though, at about 52 cents, I'll definitely be updating you guys with another video, as I think it might be time to buy in heavily or seek some shelter and prepare for either a very heavy correction that might still go on for a little bit, as we've already gone up like crazy here in this bull run, or again, just to be buying like madman and get ourselves a nice little return on the way up. But keep in mind, corrections are completely natural. It will always happen. It always does happen. And even if we go down 20%, 40%, something like that, it doesn't matter for the amount of gains we've just witnessed in the last couple of days. And red days will be there. Always. Red days will be there. But even on the weekly here, everything is still looking perfectly green. So I don't think there's any worry that should be there just quite yet. And if there will be, I'll tell you. And last but not least, you guys have been telling me here about the SEC and about the meeting from the ECB and how they are kind of important or relevant. I don't know what you guys are thinking about those. Why would those be heavy? General Council meeting of the ECB in Frankfurt on the 3rd of December. SEC has a closed meeting. Or maybe this one is public. I don't think they are, though. Is it? I know closed meetings are, again, closed so you can't see them. But maybe this one is open to the public. Maybe you can actually see it all the way. Let's quickly check, though. SEC in Washington, D.C. And this one is ECB Frankfurt. I don't think these two have anything to do with each other. But a couple of guys were messaging me saying, Dusty, look for the connection here. Ripple's going to go crazy, brother. I'm just saying, don't hope for it, because these guys are meeting like 5 times a week. The SEC keeps talking every single week, and they have a ton of meetings every single week, and the ECB does as well. So I don't know why this one would be more specific than any other one. And if you guys know, I would definitely like it for you guys to tell me, because maybe it's about one of the names in here. Maybe it's one of the names that you guys like that you would, connect more things to. But I personally don't know any of these names. I personally don't recognize any of them. Sandra J, Brian Hall. At least I don't know where to connect it to or what's going on. Let me quickly see. Maybe we can also see the members here. We cannot press it. You can only see per week. So yeah, if you guys have any connections there or know what I should be watching, let me know. For right now, though, I don't think those connections are too important. I've also been seeing a couple of guys say on Twitter how crazy we are doing in terms of liquidity and how far we're going to be going. Yeah, I'm still quite on that edge as well. I'm still thinking we're looking pretty damn juicy, and that is still to continue on. Volume on the daily actually here is still pretty amazing, even though it's kind of hard to see. Let me quickly see if I can take that down here. Let's take it to above. So the volume today is very annoying to see. Let's change the color. Where can we change the color? Here at the top. I don't know how to change the color. I'm stupid. There we go. All right, let's quickly change that to very bright red or something. Very pale. There we go. Now we can finally start to see something. So we're a couple of hours. How many? We're 4 hours away from the day end, and we're not anywhere close in terms of volume. This could actually mean a couple of things. One, the move downwards doesn't have as much action as the move upwards. At least that's what I'm feeling right now. However, MFI, like we talked about earlier, one of our volume indicators, is actually showing we should be selling. It's a difficult one, a sticky one, very much so. Right now we're falling though, and it could be a good short position. It could definitely be. Let's once more check shorter term here, 1 hour. Maybe we'll come back down. We'll come back up from this support. Where's the support perfectly? It should be here. I don't think so though. I think we're breaching. I think we're gonna go first level, 56 cents, and then we'll see afterwards. It might just make one candle and go back up though. As you can see, we've had this happen a couple of times before. It is still within the range. If you want to quickly draw a rectangle to kind of showcase the range we're seeing, it's something along these lines here. I think that would kind of circumvent it pretty well. Let me just quickly make it in blue so you guys get the picture. This is kind of what we're witnessing right now, and how heavy that's going to stay, I don't really know. We can't really say for sure, but I'm watching it closely, and I'll tell you guys more as we see more. But there's a good chance we're going to be falling back down to the new zone, so be prepared for that. Ultimately, still, it doesn't really matter. We're making money regardless of the situation, and stay tuned, keep watching, and we'll keep making money, guys. We'll keep making money, so it's all going to be fine. Don't worry.